Hello and welcome to this introduction of the Blue Ocean Business Group. Since you're taking the time to watch this, I will make the assumption that you have dreams, goals, and ambitions that you are pursuing, and that you are at least open to the possibility that the Blue Ocean Business Group may be able to help you achieve all that you are striving for.
If you haven't read the book Blue Ocean Strategies, I highly recommend you do so. This bestseller depicts how most businesses compete in a bloodbath of competition. They are commodities that compete on price, quality, and service, or what the author calls a red ocean. Some companies, however, create blue oceans or uncontested market space where they do business without the interference of competition. Look at McDonald's, for example. On the surface, they seem to have a ton of competition. After all, there's a fast food place on virtually every corner in America. But McDonald's sells more hamburgers than the next 10 hamburger franchises combined. They've eliminated the competition. They don't care what the king does or the lady with the red hair. They are on top by a long shot. The Blue Ocean Business Group, like McDonald's, has no competition. Sure, we have imitators, but there is nothing in the marketplace that will give you the long-term results that the Blue Ocean Business Group will. Never before has such a perfectly structured asset development plan been established. Let me explain. In the next few minutes, I want to go over our three-tier approach with you. Number one, I want to talk with you about our marketplace. Every business has to have a product or service. Number two, I want to talk to you about our training, education, and our boss, Blue Ocean Success System Continuing Education Program. This is probably the most important thing that we'll discuss today. And then thirdly, I want to talk to you about our financial and retirement planning services or legacy asset advisors. Before we do that, let me talk to you about what we call the cash flow quadrant. You may have seen this chart before. It was created by one of the top-selling financial authors in the world, and it perfectly depicts how money is created in America. On the left-hand side of the quadrant, the author says is where 95% of people reside or make their money. They make their money by being employed and working for somebody else, or sometimes people become self-employed and start a business of their own. In both of these situations, if people stop going to work, they stop getting paid. This is what we call the 45-year, or today even the 50-55-year plan. On the right-hand side of the quadrant is where 5% of the population makes their money. They own big businesses, or they own business systems that create income that comes in whether they show up or not. Or this quadrant is the investor quadrant, and very few people ever get to this quadrant, but it's the quadrant where your money starts to work for you. In America, we're taught how to go work for money, but never how to get money working for us. What's interesting is that this is a 2 to 5 year plan. People that participate in the right side of the quadrant create their income flows very quickly. Now watch this. On the left side of the quadrant is where 95% of the people make their money, but they only control about 5% of all the wealth. On the right-hand quadrant is where 5% of people make their money, but they control 95% of their wealth. Think of it like this. If this is a river of money that everybody has to go to get paid, okay? The people on the left-hand side of the quadrant take a bucket and they go down and they fill up their bucket with money and they come home. And then the bucket runs out. So they go back and they fill up their bucket again with money and then they go home. And the bucket runs out. And they do this cycle their entire lives. People on the right-hand side of the quadrant do the exact same thing. They take a bucket and they go down to get their money source or their water. But while they're down there, they bring a shovel and they start digging a trench. Now, people on the left-hand side of the quadrant would laugh at this because they're not able to bring as much money back because they're too busy digging a hole in the ground. It doesn't make any sense. But every time the people on the right-hand side of the quadrant go down to get money, they start digging a little bit more and a little bit more. And what happens, gang, is eventually they create a channel of income that comes in and they don't have to take their bucket down to the stream anymore. Once they have that income stream that comes in all the time, every day, every month, every year, every minute of every day, they can choose to simply go make the channel wider if they so desire. Everything that the Blue Ocean Business Group does is to help you move through the quadrants and ultimately get your money working for you. We're an asset development program, and we want to help you create an income that comes in every day, every month, every year, whether you come in or not. We're very good at what we do. Combine that with who you know and your personal attributes, and we've got a winning combination. You see, most people don't realize that the people they know is their greatest asset in life. Your personal attributes are those special characteristics about you that you bring to the table. Maybe you're a great leader. Maybe you're great with people. Maybe you're the life of the party. Maybe you just have a big heart and really care about helping others. Whatever your attributes are, the team can use those attributes. Now think about who you know. Mark Zuckerberg became the youngest billionaire on record by tapping into your circle of influence. That's right. He's the owner of Facebook. And he did it by tapping into the circle of influence that you know, and he didn't even pay you for it. Your circle of influence, the people you know, is your greatest asset in life, and we want to teach you how to leverage that. Let's talk about the 3 tiers that I told you we were going to discuss. I want to start, though, at the bottom with our board of directors. You see, our board of directors existed before we ever had a company or a product line. You see, our board of directors has 150 years of combined experience in helping people create financial independence. In fact, combined, they've helped thousands and thousands of people all over the world create asset streams in financial independence. Our board of directors came together with an idea that they wanted to create the best asset development program that's ever been seen worldwide to help their kids' generation and their grandkids' generations, and you and I get to participate in that program. What they created was a company called Avasay. Avasay is our marketplace, and Avasay is there to create products and services that meet what we call the sweet spot, meaning they're in high demand in the marketplace, they're priced where people want to pay for them, they're the highest quality available, and they're profitable for our distributorships. You see, product lines are constantly evolving and changing. And if we go to market with one product that's our baby, eventually that product won't be in demand anymore. But as long as we're able to adjust and flow with the market demands, as long as we keep our product lines highest quality available at the price the consumer wants to pay for them, and we make sure they're profitable for our distributors, we've got a win-win. Our goal is to be a house of brands, not a branded house. And our goal is to have 30 to 40 brand name product lines that are exclusive to Avasay, where you can only get those products through the Blue Ocean Business Group and the Avasay Marketplace. Next, let's talk about our Blue Ocean Success System. Remember, I said this is probably going to be the most important thing we talk about. When you look at McDonald's, gang, McDonald's doesn't necessarily have the greatest food on the planet, and they certainly don't hire the highest quality people. In fact, we could argue and say they hire the lowest quality people. Now, if you work at McDonald's, don't be offended by that. Everybody starts somewhere, and Bill Gates said your grandparents would have called that opportunity. But the point of the matter is that a McDonald's works 99.8% of the time. You can put anybody into that system, and they can create their food is constantly adjusting with the market demand, and they work every single time. Gang, our system, much like the McDonald's system, carries all the weight. It's not reliant on any one person being a superstar or you being a master salesman or a great recruiter. Our system works for the average person because our system carries all the weight. And this is the most significant part that we'll talk about today. Now let's talk about our financial planning and retirement services. Legacy Asset Advisors. This is a really unique program because if you were to go and try and invest with the Legacy Asset Advisors today, they would want proof that you had a net worth in the millions and that you were willing to bring 6 figures in liquid assets or cash to the table. You see, Legacy Asset Advisors is a financial planning service for the wealthy. The average person doesn't have access to these kind of investment accounts, but through our relationship with the Blue Ocean Business Group, you and I can start investing some of our earnings with Legacy Asset Advisors to ultimately create that nest egg. We get to the investor quadrant much, much quicker. This is an exciting thing, gang. And finally, our shares program allows us to actually earn shares in the program, and 1% of our commissionable annual global revenues is paid out to our shareholders each and every year. That's an exciting thing, gang, because this company is planning on going worldwide and doing it quickly. Now let's talk about how we make money. Our goal is to help you create a 100-point circle, or a 100-point business. 100 points is about $125 to $145 a month in volume. Doesn't seem like a very big business, does it? but we leverage the power of compounding to create a massive organization. And let me show you how that works. All the products that Avasay sells in their marketplace has a point value assigned to it. Like I said, 100 points is about $125 to $145 worth of volume. Once we help you create a business that's doing that kind of volume, we want to help you franchise that business. We want you to help find 3 people. We want to help you find 3 people that also want more out of life, and we want to help them do the same thing and create a 100-point business. Now, gang, there's 17 different ways that we get paid. Okay? I only have time to discuss 2 of them in this little quick 10-minute overview. The first one is what we call Quicksilver. Okay? When you help 3 people create a 100-point business, one of our bonuses pays you $50 a month. We then want to go with that newest person and make sure they're successful as quickly as possible, and we want to help each of them find 3 business franchises that they can create a 100-point business with. When that happens, gang, these people are now making $50 a month, and you're now making $250 a month, and we're still just talking about 1 out of our 17 different ways we get paid. Gang, take that 1 step further for a total of about 39 businesses that you're helping do 100 points a month, and your 1 bonus is $1,500 a month. I like to pause there because $1,500 a month is a significant pay raise. In fact, that's close to $17,000 a year pay increase, which most people will never see in their lifetime from 1 year to the next. Let's talk about our second bonus called our Accelerator Program. When we take any one of these channels, when we take 3 channels 8 deep, okay, not 8 by 3, but just 8 single businesses straight down in 3 channels, that's an additional $800 a month. When we take it 16 deep, it's a $1,600 a month bonus, and when we take it 24 deep, it's a $2,500 a month bonus. Now, gang, if you add these commissions up, what you're going to find is that is a $4,000 a month income, and I've only showed you 2 of the 17 different ways that you're going to get paid on that. Gang, this is the equivalent of having $1 million in the bank earning you a 5% interest. We just showed you how to very quickly create $1 million asset. Now let me ask you this. How long will it take the average person to save $1 million? For most people, it's impossible. They'll never save $1 million in their lifetime. We just showed you how to create an asset that'll pay you $4,000 a month, or the equivalent of earning the interest off of $1 million. Now let me show you how this evolves, gangs, because as you help 3 folks create that kind of an income, when you help 3 people in each channel create that kind of an income, anywhere in those channels, gang, help them earn $4,000 a month, you start to earn upwards of $15,000 a month. And gang, we're still only talking about 2 of the 17 ways we get paid. At the end of the day, we want to create income streams and an asset channel that'll pay you for the rest of your life. Blue Ocean Business Group is a proven asset development system that has helped thousands of people all over the world create financial independence and live the life they dreamed of. The only question is, will they help you? I've just given you the 30,000-foot view of who we are and how we can help you. If this is something that you would like more information about, simply ask the person who sent you this link. They will get you the details that you're looking for. I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for your future.